Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to cilinixfxcapital. Hope you're all doing great, and welcome to this new video right here on Dogecoin. We're going to do a full update. If you watched my last video, I'd say that's still very relevant and still going on right now, right? So, I mean, if you still completely remember that, then that's enough. But there are some developments on the price right here for Dogecoin that I do think we need to talk about. And there's some developments and just in general some things going on with the fundamentals as well. I mean, what we've seen over the course of the last night, mainly, it's yesterday was still a very good day for crypto and Bitcoin, but then overnight during the Asian session and now also going into the European session, we're seeing some de-risking, right? And it also has some effects on Dogecoin, which spiked down below the main support level, which is around 17 or 17.1 cents right here, and is pushing down into that again, right? And that's not fully unexpected. That level around 17 cents is the POC. So that's a very strong support level. So in the last video, we already said it's most likely we will stay consolidated now between 17 and our main resistance level at 18.4, so 0.184. And what I said as well is that, you know, as long as we're still holding that POC right there, we can still break out, right? And I still think technically that is a possibility, but technically, like what you'd want to see in a setup like this, right? So that on the higher time frames, Dogecoin has dropped down into previous balance, right? So Dogecoin had a lot of balance in this area right here, and we fell back down into that, right? So then, as long as you're holding the POC, you could still break out of that. That is a possibility, but it's not most likely. And what you want to see then, zooming back in, is that Dogecoin would have compressed a little bit against the resistance level, right? So that it would have done something like this. Then we can break out from the POC and get back into this area up here. But we haven't done that. Right, we have compressed against the POC, which is more of a reason why we would drop down below that. And then, like I said, fundamentally, we also have a reason why the market is de-risking right now with the FOMC meeting tomorrow, which, you know, is that necessary? You know, should you de-risk for that? Probably not, right? I mean, it's not necessarily needed. However, we have seen historically that happens. And then we also saw where the market did not really react that much to unrest in the Middle East in the last 4 days or so. We have seen over the course of this morning that equities have dropped down a bit lower, and the volatility index has also opened higher, right? So that seems to also have a bigger effect right here. So technically, going back to Dogecoin here, you know, purely technically, as long as we're holding that POC, that point of control of the balance, we can still technically break out to the upside. But I think it's only possible to do something like, let me quickly do that, something like this, if we get some bullish fundamentals, right? So if we get some good news, if we see de-escalation, anything, right? I mean, tomorrow FOMC, if we get interest rate cuts, look, then we can still do this. But at this point of time, it's certainly not most likely. We had quite a lot of volume with the spike down. That's good to see. So therefore, you know, I kind of expect more stability like this instead of a bearish breakout. But I do think from this stability, as long as the fundamentals are like this, and then I'm not only talking about the unrest, I'm also talking about the you know, weak momentum of meme coins, I would still say it's most likely eventually will drop down to levels lower. And the first main level that's lower would be the support level right here around 16 cents. So I'd say that's most likely. Short term, I do lean towards expecting stability. And, you know, I'll keep you updated on this. If there's any chance, I think we can actually break out through that POC. I'll let you know. But for now, I think this is what you need to know. So thank you for watching. I hope it helps. I'll see you all in my next videos, and bye.